Hello everybody and welcome to today's reading. In today's reading I want to take a peek into your love life in 2023. I want to have a look into the energy of 2022 and see how 2023 is going to be different for you in love. I want to do a 12-month forecast, so I will pull a card for each month so that we can have a trajectory on how your love life is going to go throughout the year. And then I want to finish off with sharing some blessings for you in love in 2023. So if you want to find out those juicy details, I need you to pick one of these three piles. I recommend that you go with your first gut instinct. Spirit is going to guide you towards the pile which has the most relevant information and messages for you. And if you need more time to meditate over these piles, please feel free to pause the video here and I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number one, welcome to your reading. Let's take a little peek into your love life in 2023. And to begin with, I want to have a look into what happened for you in love in 2022 for a couple of reasons. So I can tell you what's going to be different in 2023, but it's also so that you know that you've picked the right pile here. So, free spirit in 2022. So it makes me feel like you may have been very single in 2022. Now I don't know whether you were happy with being single in 2022. Okay, and shame. So I do feel in 2022 you may have been single, maybe you didn't have as much luck in love, maybe you were dating, and I feel like you could have been in an energy where you felt like you were never going to meet anyone ever again. And as silly as it sounds, we do all get into those moments when it comes to being single where we think, am I ever going to meet anyone ever again? Is there ever going to be anybody who matches my energy? I also want to say, on the other hand, for other people watching this may resonate in a different way, where potentially you lost a relationship and you became single. I want to say that the relationship ended for a very good reason, but it may have been quite a difficult ending for you. But either way, this led to some type of freedom in 2022. And I even want to say, like, somewhat a little bit of instability. I do sense somebody watching here masking a lot of their hurt, filling in a lot of their free time because of this. And there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You're just experiencing your brand new freedom. So, let's grab the tarot. Let's get a little bit more information around this. Now I'm going to be shuffling on camera again, and as I usually say, if I do take a while to shuffle, okay, because I let spirit spit out the cards at will, it's just the way I shuffle, it's the way I read. I will pause the video if I do end up shuffling for too long. I don't want to bore the 𝒂𝒑 out of you. So yeah, 2022. It felt like it was just a lot of, I want to say 2022 felt very stalled for you. It felt like you weren't moving forward. It felt like nothing new was being created. But the reason why nothing new was being created is because you were closing out an old cycle. You were wrapping up old toxic cycles in 2022. So anything new that came in would have ended anyway because you were in an ending phase. I want to say you may have been going through a number 9 numerological year, maybe an 11th house or 12th house perfected year, I want to say, as well, in astrology, if you're aware of what those are. And if you're not, just Google them and find out. But it really was a year of endings. It's like Scorpio energy and Pluto energy, because Pluto rules Scorpio. Things have to die, and when they decompose, that actually nourishes the soil for brand new things to grow. And that's exactly what you were doing. You're allowing things in your life to die off. People, behaviours, toxic cycles, you know, even things that you have been putting up with for the whole of you. I even want to say for some of you, you noticed some patterns in 2022 that may have reverted back to your childhood. Like, oh, I keep meeting people like this because my father or my mother was like that. I act this way in relationships because I was brought up a certain way. You're realising certain attachment styles you have. Sorry, that was a very long pause to actually think of the word style. And it was these that you needed that space, you needed that freedom to be able to realise these things. Nights where you would have been sitting with a partner, distracting yourself, maybe, you know, cuddling, watching Netflix, or doing other things that partners do to distract themselves. If you were doing that, you wouldn't have had the space to gain the clarity on why you're stuck in these certain loops. Let's have a look and see how 2023 is going to be different. And already, I feel 2022 really was very focused on you. It was focused on the self. It was focused on bringing yourself structure without anybody else determining what your structure is going to be. Being stable without another person. And I'm not saying that came easily. I'm not saying it was enjoyable. But I think you realised a hell of a lot about yourself in 2022. And if you sit down and you really think about the clarity you gained about yourself in 2022 and the decisions that you made for yourself on your own behalf in 2022, I think you're going to realise that they will correlate very well when it comes to a brand new relationship. You're going to be a better partner for somebody now. You're aware of the triggers, you're aware of the red flags now. You're strong in yourself, you're stronger in yourself. To not accept the same kind of person into your life again, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that level of assessment if you had another person in your space. I keep going into the energy of someone telling you how to be. And it makes me think that maybe you have been in relationships that have been pretty controlling in the past. Maybe control is an issue. I want to say you may have like Libra energy, Cancer, Pisces, I'm picking up here too. But potentially you've been in relationships where people have kind of overtaken your energy. And it may have resulted in you losing yourself frequently within relationships. Okay. What's different for you in 2023 in love? Let's have a little look. Okay, that one flew out. Your commitment is being tested. I always look at the moons in these cards because it is the Moonology deck, so of course I'm going to be looking at the moon here, but it's only half illuminated, but it's beginning to be illuminated. Where if you went back to 2021, this whole moon would be dark. You wouldn't have had the realizations yet. You're beginning to have those realizations. You're beginning to understand why you fall into particular cycles. You're beginning to realise why you're attracting particular people, and for a lot of you, I really do feel it could be controlling people. People who don't allow you to be you. And the commitment that's being tested at the moment is the commitment to yourself. When the next person comes into your life, and the Two of Pentacles has came out, which again is a choice, just slipped out from the bottom of the deck there. I'm going to keep it out here. When the next person comes into your life, are you going to choose you or are you going to choose them? Are you going to maintain that solid understanding of yourself, or are you going to just give yourself away again? Because in 2023, you're going to be tested on this. Ooh. King of Pentacles. I really feel like we need to roll these dice right now before I put this to the cards. Oh, very interesting. Okay. South Node, Taurus and 12th house. Now I don't know whether you have a South Node in the 12th house. That'd be quite an interesting one, very karmic placement. I feel like it would mean that you meet a lot of people from your past life in this lifetime. And I want to stick with that for this section of the reading, to be honest. Not really, I don't want to just hone in on the people who have a South Node in the 12th house here. But you meet a lot of people that you feel like you've known before. And I want to say, particularly in love. And they don't have to be lovers from a past life. They could well be friends or family members from a past life. But there's going to be a lot of people who walk into your life where there is like a karmic connection to them, okay? So when we talk about past life, we talk about karmic balancing. Because in this life, we're balancing out the karma from the past life. And the Two of Pentacles is balance. It's choices, it's balance. I feel like you really allowed somebody to control your soul, your spirit in a past life. And if this isn't in a past life, I want to say it's in this life, and you're going to resonate with that if you've been there. And I really want to say quite severe control, like controlling your soul, controlling your spirit, feeling completely trapped by somebody, dealing with people who have been very stubborn with their energy, somewhat cold and overpowering. Now in 2023, you are going to be tested. You are going to be tested with somebody who is going to enter your life, who is going to be that same kind of person that you usually go for. Heavy Taurus energy, heavy controlling energy. And in 2023, Spirit really wants you to see this person for who they are and not fall into the same traps here. Spirit really wants you to be fearless in 2023 when it comes to love. Spirit really wants you to go out more, date more, because it's funny, I'm getting this reluctant energy here. I'm not getting someone who is heavily introverted, I'm not getting someone who's a homebody, but I'm getting someone who is very reluctant to try something different. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. Put yourself in areas where you're going to meet somebody different. Now, if you give yourself to this person who's going to come into your life in 2023 with the same characteristics as the people who you've been stuck in karmic loops with, there's a good chance you will settle with this person for a long time. I don't even want to say marriage, because preferably Spirit does not want you to marry this person, but you will settle with them. But you will prolong this karmic releasing that you need to do around this kind of energy. And for a lot of you, it is going to be heavy Taurus energies that come into your life who have the same characteristics, same control issues, and the relationships just go the same way every single time. You really do have a choice in 2023, because I do feel like new people are going to come into your life in 2023. New love is going to come into your life, and Spirit is saying it's going to come out when we do the month by month poll. But you're going to be tested, and I want to say it's the beginning of the year. I want to say the first 3 months of the year. And if you pass that test and you don't allow that usual type of person to enter your life, you're going to meet somebody new within the year. And I feel that so strongly. This year's going to be a little bit more exciting than last year. Not as much stalling. There will be movement, but there's tests. Okay? You're being tested this year. And this is the year where you actually get to cut that cord from that karmic cycle that you've been in. And I want to say, for those who haven't been in it in this lifetime, it's from your past life. There is a past life connection here. But I want to say, for the people who have had this past life experience of this like karmic loop of being in controlling relationships, you're going to have had a taste of it in this lifetime. 100%. So you will resonate. Okay, let's go into the 12-month poll. Starting with January. So what is January looking like for our pile number ones in love? Okay, 3 cards out, didn't expect that. 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Hierophant. Here we go, here we go. So already we are picking up on that energy of control, because the Hierophant is a positive card, but if we're going to look at it in this context, this reading, it is control. It's the first major arcana where there are other people in the card, and as you can see, this person's sitting on a throne, guiding these people. It can also mean spiritual guidance, being a very good spiritual guide. For you, it could mean that your guides are heavily trying to control you at the moment so that you don't make this mistake to stay into this cycle. But I want to say that this person in January who's entering your life, and I want to say this is a person, they're going to be very controlling. So we're looking at January. Somebody entering your life in January who's very controlling. And the Hierophant does have another meaning, because this person's going to enter your life being very controlling, being the same kind of person, keeping you in this loop, and you're going to be the one who has to take control of your own life and say, no, I'm not having this heartbreak anymore. I'm not being with these people who hurt me. And with the 4 of Cups here, it's going to be difficult, because the same kind of person who enters your life is representative of these 3 cups here, and she's looking at them like, oh, considering whether she's making the right choice, pondering and focusing over these 3 cups, this controlling person who could enter your life in January. But what you won't see in January is just behind you, there is a new cup, a new opportunity. And for me, this new opportunity here does represent the Ace of Cups, a brand new manifestation of love, if you deter your focus from these 3 cups here. And look, on a hoodie, it says, I'm over it. You know you're over it. You're going to know you're over it, but you're going to focus on it in January. I want to say you may even let this person in a little bit in January, which does cause this 3 of Swords, which does cause this pain, but you're not going to be completely debilitated by this pain, because it's just going to be that little sign from the universe that you need to get out and get with something new. February, please, for our pile number ones. What's happening in love in February for pile number 1? The Queen of Wands. I want to say in February you're going to be so proud of yourself that you used your intuition in January. I also want to say you're going to be very strong in your power. You're going to be filled with a brand new passion for life, a brand new passion for yourself as well, because I want to say, you know, in January you made some kind of decision around the person that came up in January in the cards, and you're going to be so proud of yourself and you're going to feel so strong within yourself. I really do think in February you're going to be looking forward. I also want to say you may be feeling, I want to say you're going to be feeling the love for yourself in February. A strong sense of self-love in February. And the thing is, February, your heart chakra is going to be activated. It's going to set off that, it's going to be like a little bit of a radar to magnetize someone towards you that is more in line with your energy, somebody who is more like you. Okay. Whoa. March. Death, the Tower, and a 3 of Swords. This is so positive. This is so positive. Because March, you're going to see the complete end of that negative cycle in love. I'm going to be real with you. March is going to be a quieter month for you. You are going to be more, I want to say you're going to be more in like a very deep feeling kind of energy in March. But it's these deep feelings that's going to push you to completely release yourself from this toxic cycle. And I also want to say, you're going to be feeling the feeling in March to completely release yourself from love in general. Because this energy is intense. But it's that cut you need to do. Cutting out the toxic cycles, because you can't bring anyone in. Even if there's like a slight bit of that toxic cycle still activated, you can't bring anyone new in. You're going to clear your energy in March. It's going to be a brand new fresh slate moving into April. So let's see what is coming in April for our pile number ones in love. Okay, April is going to be a quiet month for you. I want to say you're going to be sleeping well in April. I want to say it's going to be like a little bit of a self-care month for you. I do think you're going to be thinking about love. You are going to be feeling alone in April. But it's going to give you that space and that time in April to actually realise everything that you've released. And again, with the Four of Swords here in April, I do want to say you will be avoiding love in April. It'd be one of those months where you might even be letting the DMs pile up and you're just like, I should message this person back, but the passion just isn't there. And it is because you are resting. You've done a lot of detoxing in 2022 and you are actually completely releasing all the toxins in 2023. And that's tiring. And you need rest. So quiet month in April for you guys, but just realise that you need that space, you need that time to rejuvenate after you've done all of that releasing. Okay, so May, Ace of Cups. A brand new person enters your life in May. Now, I need to get an extra card on this to gain a little bit more insight into this brand new love. The Emperor. There we go. Now, it could be an Aries who enters your life in May. But if it's not an Aries, it could be somebody who is very well established, someone who's very independent. I do want to say they will still have an air of like control, but I want to say instead of them trying to control you, they're just very good at controlling their own life and their own business. I do want to say this person may work for themselves as well, so they may run their own business. So you're still going to have that element of attraction to them because they are very controlled and very structured, like the previous people. But this person doesn't have those highly obsessive, even narcissistic traits that previous people have had. This person exerts their power in more healthy ways than previous people have who've entered your life. So exciting stuff. Okay, that's May. Now, let's pull from the bowls. Let's get a little bit of info about this Emperor. Cute. Cute. And number 17. Now number 7 and number 1 equals 8, and again that is power, that is control. It's somebody who's very good with business, very Emperor-esque kind of energy with the number 8 there. And cute. They may have very cute features. Okay, little button nose, and maybe smaller features. I also want to say like Gemini rising kind of energy here. And they caught us, number 11. So they caught us and cute in May. Part of me wants to say this could be somebody from work. This could be somebody who's like a friend of a friend or a friend of a sibling. Okay, I really do feel like this is somebody where it is a little bit risque you getting together. Hangman was at the bottom of the deck there, which also makes me think that you guys will be like wanting to keep it quiet in May, okay? Which makes me think it could be something to do with work. You could have met in work. A little bit of a risque relationship. Now, I don't see anything major, like you have to keep it quiet because you'll be in big trouble if you ever get together, but I just think it's a little bit like, oh, we don't really know how people are going to react about this. We don't really know whether like this is appropriate or not. So let's keep it quiet and let's kind of feel the waters before we actually go ahead and become public with this. That is too many cards for it. So let's go into June. June, please, for our pile number ones. And then love life in June. The Ace of Wands. Guys, you're going to be meeting this person and having very romantic, gosh, I can't even think of the words, situations with this person. You're going to be in very romantic situations with this person in May. But by June, you guys are doing it. You are doing it round the clock. Okay, Ace of Wands. I always remember the Ace of Wands when I was learning to read tarot, and my tarot teacher was like, look, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. And that saying always makes me laugh. That is just you guys in June having fun in the sun and doing it a lot. July, please, Spirit. Let's have July. Oh. Aha, July. July, with this person, with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Cups, you're actually considering whether you want to make this a relationship now. You have a choice. Three of Wands, you're overlooking the situation. We've had a lot of we've been in a lot of romantic situations. We've been having a lot of sex here. Now, do we want to make this official or not? And I do think this could be a conversation that you have as well, because as mentioned before, it could be work involved. You know, it could be workplace romance, it could be a friend of a sibling or anything along those lines. And it's like, okay, look, like, if this isn't going to be long term, there's no point us kind of coming clean about it. So in July, you're considering, right, should we make this official? August. What is going on for our pile number ones in love in August? In August. Okay, Four of Swords again. Now, I feel like pulling one of these for August as well. Holy crap. Okay, my job gets in the way of our connection. So in August, it's going to be a quiet month. I feel like maybe you guys decide to keep it quiet for a little bit longer, I want to say. Because I don't see this as negative, and this is number 16 as well that I've pulled here, which adds to a number 7, which number 7 is very internal. It's very quiet, it's a very internal energy. It's all about spiritual development, okay? And spiritual development really is kind of like, kind of assessing the energy. Raising the vibration from within. Manifesting something from within before it manifests externally. And I think you guys in August will decide, let's keep this quiet for a little bit longer. Let's kind of carry on the way that we've been carrying on for a little bit longer before we publicly get out there and say, look, we're a couple. Okay, so August. I think you guys will be deciding to stay in a little bit more in August, so you may have more nights in together. It's just very private between you both in August. Maybe something happens in August. And it just means that you guys want to cuddle up a little bit more in August. And just be in your own energy and not bring other people into your space. And then September, Page of Wands. There it is. In September, I want to say, in August, when you've spent that time in your own energies together, just chilling, that's where you build the bond beyond the sex. It's probably August where you both realise that you are in love. So you come back out in September thinking, do you know what? F everyone else. Let's start making plans together as a couple. So in September, again, the ball starts rolling again in the direction of, okay, are we going to make this publicly official? October. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and there you go. You do. Ace of Pentacles is something that is manifested into the physical. And that's exactly what you guys do. You verbally, with the Knight of Swords here, fearlessly communicate that you guys are an item, that you guys are together. And all of a sudden, in October, you guys are an official couple here. Beautiful. October, what comes after October? November. When I was younger, I used to get September and October mixed up, and I'm really worried that I'm going to do that in this reading because I'm a little bit silly like that. It's like I don't know my left and rights. I get my I's and my E's, I before E's mixed up. I don't know which one's which. November, please, Spirit. What is going on in love for our humble ones in November? Let us know. Give us the insight. Oh, okay. Strength and the Seven of Swords in November. I need to get a clarifier on this one because I'm getting a couple of scenarios for this combination. I really feel like in November, you personally may actually get a little bit of cold feet. And I don't think it's major, but I want to say you may get that kind of like, with the Page of Swords, like that kind of thought of, is this right for me? Is this person too different from my usual type? Have I moved too fast? I want to say there's going to be, okay, please don't be offended, but I want to say you're going to be thinking, your mind's going to be in overdrive in November. Because I even want to say there's going to start being talks about spending the holidays together in November. And this is when you're going to be like, whoa, this is quite serious now. And I want to say you're going to be having a lot of like immature, fearful thoughts about this. And when I say immature, I mean not really that logical, kind of thinking in the past rather than thinking in the future. The kind of thoughts where it's like, do I want to be tied down? And I want to say, like, the reason I say immature there is because of course you do. Of course you want to be settled. Because you're moving forward in trajectory, you're moving forward into investment into another person. But I think you're going to be feeling like you want a little bit more freedom in November. And I do also want to say, because it's going to be the winter month wherever you live, you may naturally feel that way in November anyway. It may be a time of year for whoever's resonating with this reading where you naturally feel a little bit antsy, a little bit anxious, a little bit fidgety because things slow down in November. And when things slow down, that's when the thoughts are creeping in for you. And you're like, do I actually want this? And in November, you're going to go through a process where you actually delve deep and you try and understand why you're getting these fearful thoughts. Are these fearful thoughts because I'm fearing commitment? Are these fearful thoughts because I have the freedom to be in this relationship when in past relationships I've not had the freedom to leave? Even though you have, we all know you have, but the people that you've been with have made you feel like you didn't have the freedom to leave. This person doesn't keep you shackled to the relationship. They're like, you're free to go whenever you want. And because you've got that freedom, you're like, am I supposed to go? Because I'm feeling antsy. But I think when you delve deep, you're going to realise, oh, this is a beast that I need to tame within here with the Strength card. Having freedom doesn't mean I need to run and be free. I can have freedom within this relationship. And you'll find that deep down you don't want to, these are just examples, so it doesn't have to be specific to you, but deep down you realise, oh, I don't want to go and party, I don't want to have frivolous sex, I don't want to, you know, be back in the dating scene, because it's chaotic. And with the Seven of Swords, you're going to choose peace. You're going to realise that you want peace and you want to settle down. But the double meaning to the Seven of Swords is kind of like sneaky behaviour, and I don't think there's anything dodgy in this situation. This is a really positive reading, but I want to say you're going to be having all these thoughts in private. Your partner, your person, your Emperor isn't going to realise that you're having these doubts, and you're going to go through all of this in private. I want to say in this case, feel free to speak to your partner about it if you want to in November, because it does seem like they're going to understand, but also you can speak to a friend about it. Okay, you may actually turn to a friend. You may even turn to a younger sibling, I want to say, for some people, regarding your doubts in November. Let's have a look and see what happens in December in love. December of 2023. What do we have? Oh my goodness, that was my fault, guys. Holding my cards too loosely. Oh dear. Okay. Nine of Swords. Okay. I'm going to get a clarifier for this. Because I need a little bit more information than that. I always notice with the Nine of Swords, roses. Roses on the blanket in this card. And roses are secrets. The occult meaning of the rose is secrets. And I do feel, actually, because I did say at the end of November, feel free to talk to your partner. Feel free to talk to friends about your doubts. And I want to say, in December, King of Wands and the Magician here as well. In December, at least the beginning of December, you're going to feel anxious because you haven't spoken to anybody about how you're feeling. This is really positive, because what this anxiety does, or the doubts that causes this anxiety within you does, is it does make you realise that you can be in a relationship and be your own individual person. As I said, it's the first time for a lot of you where you have had that freedom. And I think it's going to confuse you, but you're going to realise that before, you were a puppet on a string and now you're free in this relationship. I even want to say, this person is going to push you to be an individual. Judgment at the bottom of the deck there. Even push you to be more independent. And it's going to be difficult at first, just because it's going to confuse you. But I think down the line you're going to realise, when you really do solidify that independence within yourself and really know who you are, you're going to understand why it's important to maintain your individuality and your freedom within a relationship. This relationship is going to be very different to your previous relationships. By the end of 2023, you're going to have personal freedom and a really supportive relationship which encourages that. For some of you, it may mean that this person works away. Okay. That was your 12-month forecast. Let's have a look and see what blessings are coming for you in love in 2023. Let's get a little charm. Gift. And I think that is this person. This person's going to be a gift to you, but I want to say this person's also going to give you gifts, but I feel like they're also going to gift you like knowledge. They're going to be one of those people who potentially is into like self-development themselves. I even want to say maybe family members are going to be like, oh wow, this person is such a gift. And also it may even be the surprise around this person. The surprise that you've attracted this type of person. The surprise that you're actually interested in this type of person because they're not really your usual type. I even want to say, look, here we go, mutable in reverse. You've been used to people where they are like water in your hands. You can't hold on to them. They're mutable. They're here, then they're not here. They love you, then the next minute they're saying they don't or they never did. And again, that's just an example. It's not for everybody, but we've all been in those relationships where we just can't really seem to grasp somebody. You got mutable in reverse. The gift is you're finally going to have somebody stable come into your life in love. And the sun. And the sun represents self-expression. And that's exactly what this relationship's going to do. It's going to encourage you to be yourself. It's going to encourage you to indulge your spirit, indulge your soul. This person wants you to be an individual. This person also wants you to see the best in yourself. They're going to shine a light on a lot of things for you. And I think that's where the anxiety comes in November and December, because you've been doing the work and you've succeeded. And you've released yourself from the toxic cycle, but there's still some little things that you needed to see. Some little things within yourself that you needed to see, and this person's going to shine a light on that. And I think that is what the anxiety is going to be in November and December, because that's when you're going to realise, wow, this relationship is very different. I hope that makes sense. Right, pile number 1. I'm going to leave that reading there. I really hope it helped. If you did enjoy the reading, please drop it a like. And if you feel comfortable to do so, comment down below. If you like content like this, subscribe, because I want to see more of you, and it really helps the channel grow. And it just means that I've got more freedom so that I can bring more pick a card readings like this to you guys. So yes, beautiful pile number 1s. Have a fabulous new year. Good luck with this. Love life is looking tippity top in 2023. Good times are coming, guys. Love you so much. See you. Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a little look into your love life in 2023. So to begin with, I want to have a look at your love life in 2022 for a couple of reasons. One, to see what's different in 2023 for you, but also to see whether you resonate with this reading, okay? Because this will be the determination of whether this is your pile, or the determining factor as to whether this is your pile. We're in a Mercury retrograde. Okay, so always using Mercury retrograde as an excuse. So let's have a look. Oh, and by the way, I've got a natal Mercury retrograde, so if it's not Mercury retrograde, I can still use Mercury retrograde as an excuse because I have a natal one. Okay. So, 2023 in love for you. Whoa, this looks a little bit dramatic. What has been going on with you? So, we do have a bit of energy around the 10th house of career. Now, it doesn't have to be career for you, it doesn't have to be love surrounding work. It could just be a very public love that you were involved in, okay? A public love. Does that even make sense? Some kind of very public relationship dynamic that you were involved in here. Now, I also do see social media, so I don't know whether this was a relationship. I definitely see that you had something going on with somebody in 2022, guys. There's no way you were single, not for this pile. But you may have met this person on social media, or you may have both been very active on social media, or even something may have broken out about you both on social media. Maybe a post that you were both in, like something popped off in that post. That won't be for everybody, but I'm just saying what I see here. So, unfinished business, breaking point, and enticing. And this makes me think that this is, I kept wanting to say love affair. Now, when I say love affair, it doesn't mean that this was an affair, but when I say it's the kind of energy of a love affair where it's just like, I am so besotted, but there's just so much craziness happening around us. Very complicated energy with this. I'm going to pull some more cards, and then I'm going to try and decipher this message, because my heart is racing. My heart wasn't racing for pile number 1, my heart is racing for this one, which makes me think that a lot has gone on with you guys. Oh wow, you've got a lot of cards here, which makes me think that the situation was actually quite complicated. Oh, let me breathe. Now, if you're wondering, the person that you were dealing with in 2022 was karmic. It was a karmic relationship, it was a karmic situation that you had to deal with. This could have been somebody that you knew from your past, knew from your childhood, or it could have been somebody that you met for the first time and you thought, I've met this person before. This person is so familiar to me, but I don't know where, and I don't know how. Well, if that is the case, it was probably your past life. Now, unfinished business does tell me that this could be somebody from your past, or it could be somebody from a past life. There was that karmic lesson that needed to be learned, or that karmic loop that needed to be closed out here. Now, I want to say that your 𝒔𝒑 actual attraction was so deep. Like, even though there was a lot of complications between you both, even those complications wouldn't diminish the 𝒔𝒑 actual attraction that you had for each other. Now, King of Swords and the 8 of Cups. One of you had to make a very strong decision to leave this behind. And it would have been a very difficult one as well. I don't think either one of you left this connection easily, gladly. It was like walking away because you had to, not because you wanted to. But then, after all of this drama over here, we get these 3 really lovely cards come out for 2022. Temperance, which is balance and healing. 3 of Cups, which is celebration. It's creativity. It's like socializing. And then the Lovers, which is a deep soul connection, but it can also be choice. Okay, choosing yourself over somebody else. And it makes me think this is actually what you did in 2022. You chose yourself over this drama. And you worked on falling in love with yourself. So I feel like you left 2022 feeling really good. Probably still having thoughts about this person, but feeling positive when it comes to your friendships. Yeah, I specifically want to say friendships. Even feeling positive when it comes to your future prospects in love. You letting go of this meant that you could attract new people. And I do think you delved into that. And you experimented potentially with new people. And if not, it was just spending time with your friends, socializing, having good chats, good times, even if it's just coffee dates. Now, because the Lovers is here, it does make me think that potentially somebody came into your life at the end of 2022. Somebody who was more in balance with you. But when we move on to 2023, we'll see whether this person comes up, or whether this person is literally you falling in love with yourself again. Okay. Now, let's take a little peeky weeky into 2023. What is different in love about 2023 for you guys? I'm going to look at that, but I'm not going to take it. Conclusions are within reach. Maybe even an understanding of what that past relationship was in 2022. Understanding the lessons that you needed to learn from that situation. Oh, okay. Right. I'm going to take these 2. Have faith in your dreams, and the energy is gaining momentum. As you can see with these cards, the moon is starting to illuminate into a full moon, full clarity. So you're starting to understand some of the previous relationships you've been in, and particularly that one in 2022. An understanding of why, an understanding of what you've learned from that. But I also want to say that this actually does tell me that potentially this is a new relationship that is blossoming into something larger. And I really instinctively feel that you are potentially in a phase in this relationship, if you are involved with somebody, even if it's not even a relationship yet, but you're in a phase within this connection where you're like, I have no idea whether this is actually going to fruitate into anything. You may have a lot of doubts that it can be anything long term. But this reading is telling you that this connection has potential. I even want to say, if the other person in this connection is being a little bit more cold than you'd like them to be, or a little bit more distant, again, they're just somebody who takes things a little slower and they are interested. They're just kind of testing the waters like you are. Ooh, dropped a card. Don't look at my face. Okay. This is cute. Right. Oh, okay. The person you're dealing with may be overseas, or they may be from a different culture to you, or you may be a couple who likes to travel. Get a lot of Sagittarius energy either from you or this person. I want to say one of you may have a job where you have to travel a lot, but I really do feel like this connection that you're involved in 2023, and I want to say if you're not involved in it now, it's coming. There's a big connection coming for you. But I really want to say for this pile, you're involved in something. This connection that you're involved in is purposely put here to make you evolve. I feel intuitively drawn to pull one of these. I need you to make a move to show me you're interested. And this is what I was saying with the Moonology cards here with the waxing moons. If this person's acting cold, it's because they're testing the waters too. It's not because they don't have feelings for you, or strong feelings for you. They have very strong feelings for you, actually. 1515. A need to kind of loosen up in love, I want to say, with this pile. Maybe one of you needs to loosen up in love. Allow yourselves to love. Maybe you restrict how romantic you are around another person, or how you romance another person in fear of the other person taking advantage of it, taking advantage of you, or rejecting you. I feel like you may have no issues investing in other areas of your life, but then when it comes to love, there may be some apprehension around investments. And Spirit in 2023 wants you to be more free and be more loose in these loving connections, because if you do, there is a very, very strong message here that marriage is going to be on the cards. Now, you may already be engaged to this person if you're watching this, but there's marriage here. I just want to give a couple of scenarios. If you're in the early days with this person may propose to you in 2023. I'm going to be real. If you're this person's already your fiance, marriage date is going to be booked in 2023, and it may be a bit of a shock and a surprise for you. And you'll be having a wedding abroad, I'm telling you that. This goes for everybody, there's wedding abroad here. But you may already be married to this person for some people watching this. And if that's the case for the people who are married, Spirit is asking you to really loosen those reins in 2023 and allow yourself to love and allow yourself to enjoy this connection. Okay, so what's different from 2022 is you're going to be in a connection with somebody where you are able to be free with your love, free with your affection, where the other person, one, doesn't have anyone on the side, and I felt really strongly that I needed to say that, and two, doesn't just eat up everything that you give them and then goes and SHITs it out somewhere else. I know that's disgusting what I just said, but that's generally how I feel here. Like in the past, you've had people just take, and just not giving you anything back. And what's different in 2023 is you're going to finally loosen those reins around love. And doing that, you're going to ascend when it comes to your loving partnerships. And for a lot of you, it's going to ascend into proposals, marriages, commitments. Okay, I want to do the 12-month forecast for you now and see what is coming for you month by month in 2023. Okay. There we go, Judgment at the bottom of the deck. An awakening, an ascension to the next level of love. That's so cheesy, why did I say that? Okay, Spirit, can we have a look at January in love for pile number 2, please? What's coming for pile number 2 in love in January? Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. I think you're still going to be very blocked in January when it comes to allowing yourself to show your full passion. I don't think you have an issue showing physical passion, but I think there may be a little bit of a blockage showing like full passion. So I want to say in January, your heart chakra is still going to be a little bit blocked. And I want to say you're going to be very apprehensive in January to express yourself fully, lovingly. Okay, let's move on to February. Wow, I've suddenly just gone very dizzy. So I don't know whether dizziness has anything to do with this reading. Feeling out of it, maybe. Being in relationships and feeling out of it. I don't know whether that makes sense to you, but that's the message I just got. February, Queen of Cups. You start to loosen up in February. You start to, I want to say, and I'm going to get a clarify for this, you start to realise that the person in your life who you are most fond of truly loves you. But at the same time, I want to say, you're going to start to realise that even if somebody in your life shows you any level of disrespect, you still love yourself. So it doesn't matter, as long as your love for yourself is always strong. February, Queen of Cups with the 6 of Pentacles. I actually want to say, in February, somebody is going to give you a gift or take you somewhere very, very nice. Valentine's Day, in Feb. They're going to take you somewhere very nice, or they're going to give you a gift that shows you that, wow, this person is actually invested in me. And it's going to start that process of loosening up for you within love. March, please. What's going on for pile number 2 in love in March? I'm going to take these. Ace of Cups, beautiful. The Star, beautiful. Hermit. I think this is a very personal thing that you're going to go through in March, because I have realised for most piles, March is going to be a very deep month. Now, I've not checked the astrology for it, and I really should have before I did this reading, but I didn't realise that March was going to flag up so much in these piles. So I feel like you're going to be in a very, do you know what, this is so beautiful. You're going to be in a very healing stage in March. You may decide to stay in a little bit more. I don't see you staying in throughout March, but I see you staying in a little bit more. Maybe declining certain offers from certain people because you finally realised your own self-worth. You finally understood the art in preserving your energy for the people who deserve it and not allowing yourself to give your energy to the people that don't. I'm really feeling this, and this is beyond love here. And I really think somebody has came into your life who's actually shown you that or verbally told you that. You're starting to really, really see the deep self-worth in yourself, and that's beautiful. What this does, and it's different for everybody, because I think some of you are involved, some of you aren't, but what this does in March, this deep healing that you do, this deep self-love kind of healing that you do, it either boosts your current relationship or situationship to a higher level, or something new comes in March, brand new, because suddenly you finally switched on, sorry my nose, you've started radiating that energy outwards of self-love and self-worth. You start magnetising people who match that energy towards you. Okay, let's move on to April. I even want to go back to February and say for some of you, somebody asks you out on a date in February if you're not involved with somebody. That one's come out. Somebody asks you out on a date in February who if you're not involved with anybody, sorry, and they really do go all out and treat you, or they really listen to the places that you like to eat, or listen to you when they talk to you about like what you like, what kind of gifts you like, things like that. Like, they really show you your worth. Okay, carry on. April, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Pentacles in love in April. This is giving me big commitment vibes. And with the Hierophant as well. The Hierophant does represent traditions, and we all know marriage is a tradition. In April, this is going to lead to a relationship where you're actually going to commit, full-blown commit, meet the family, be part of the family kind of commitment. This is when, for some of you, you will be proposed to, or you will propose if that's the way that you want to do things. And for some of you, you're going to have a wedding in April. Wow. I actually see this wedding in April. This is big, pile number 2. Okay, interesting. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. I just felt like for the 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant, I had to pull one of these. Number 1 does represent brand new beginning. I've got the date on it, 10th of the 3rd, 2023. Now, I was pulling for April there, but there may be something in March, on the 10th of March 2023, which involves a new beginning here in this connection. You might meet this person, 10th of March 2023, and it starts a whole new beginning and it moves very fast, and in April there's commitment. Or it could be you and your partner, if you are already involved in somebody, having some kind of discussion around the 10th of March 2023, which then leads to a proposal the month after. But I want a new beginning with you, but on my terms. I want a new beginning with you, but on my terms. Okay, that was the message for April. I want a new beginning for you, but on my terms. I don't think that's in a controlling way, but I think maybe, I mean, a new beginning with you on my terms would be a proposal, wouldn't it? Because it's like, look, will you marry me? Become my wife? And we all know when a man, for instance, or when a woman or anyone proposes to anybody, it's a question, will you marry me? But that person is kind of like, look, on my terms, I want you to be mine. Guys, this is big. This could be a proposal. This is crazy. Okay. May. Let's move on to May. Please, Spirit. For pile number 2 in love, May. Very, very beautiful. 6 of Swords. And I really do feel like the 6 of Swords in May is you moving away from those restrictive energies that you have around love. You leaving behind whatever caused this anxiety around love, anxiety around being free with your love and your romantic feelings. You're going to be moving away from that. Sorry, you're going to be moving away from that in May. Healing, moving to calmer waters, waters where you feel appreciated, waters where you feel appreciated and where you can love freely. Because your person, and you're involved with someone at this point in May, even if you are single now, okay? Your person has shown you your worth with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is one of the fame cards. It's the recognition card. And you get to heal because somebody has came into your life and they have shown you your worth and they have treated you like the absolute queen or king that you are. It's like your person, I want to say, is the Emperor here. And I want to say, they've taken control. I actually want to say this person's actually taken a lot of control within this relationship, and they've seen your insecurities as something they want to accomplish, and they've been accomplishing that very strategically. I hope that makes sense to you. But also, this is you being in your power, feeling comfortable, feeling worthy, feeling special. Because this person has made you feel that way with their gestures, with their love and their healing. The Emperor in this deck wears a red suit. It's passion. I want to say this person's ignited the passion within you again. As I said, you found it very easy in the past to show affection physically. But I want to say in May, you guys, sorry, I'm still getting over this flu. I want to say in May, you guys are going to actually start to understand what making love really means and really is. You're going to be ignited with a whole new level of passion. And I also want to say, come May, you're going to be able to see your future structurally, without the control that you normally place upon yourself, without the rigidness that you normally place upon yourself. It's like you have control, you have power, you have structure in May, without it needing to be restrictive on your passion and your love and that heart chakra. Okay. Right. June, I had the feeling to sing the song, June is busting out all over. I don't know why. Maybe it's just feeling a bit silly. June, Eight of Cups, oh hey. In June, I really feel like it's you. I really feel like it's you making big moves in your life in June of 2023, but very personal. Not that indicative to love here, but connected to love, because your person has really poured their love and their passion into you and really shown you your worth, that it's giving you a level of confidence to accomplish other things outside of love as well. Now, I want to say this actually might take you guys overseas. For some of you, even a marriage that happens very quickly overseas in June, but I'm not feeling that one too strongly. I'm going to pull one more card for this because I feel like I've left a space here for one more card. I really want to say that some of you will travel somewhere. Oh, Queen of Wands. Yeah. Okay. I think it's you realising your worth and moving in a direction that is more in line with your power, your passions. It may take you away from this relationship a little bit, I want to say, because I really feel overseas. I think you may be going overseas for something, whether it be working away, whether it be going on holiday with friends even and taking you away from your partner in June. But you're doing something very independently in June because your person has helped lift you up and helped you believe in yourself. I even want to say it could be you leaving a workplace and being like, right, I'm going to do things on my terms. I'm going to get a job that I want to do, or I'm even going to start my own business. But this is coming up in a love reading because I want to say, like, you wouldn't have been in this place this quickly without your person helping to boost you. 100% you would have got there eventually on your own. I'm not saying you need another person to fill you with that belief in yourself, but it's happened a lot quicker because your person has been helping you on this journey. You were doing the work on your own anyway, boo. I know this, okay? I pulled those cards to begin with. The Lovers was in there. What else was in there? Loads of really nice cards. Lovers, Temperance, all that lovely stuff. But your person's come in and they've accelerated this self-belief in yourself, this boost in you. July. Let's go to July, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh. But look at that. Okay, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. July. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that one wanted to come out. The Star. Okay. And the King of Swords. Wow, what's going on with you in July? Two of Swords is not making a decision. Two of Swords. In July, you'll realise that you've been avoiding something in love. Neglecting your emotions, I want to say, in some kind of way. And this will resonate with you if you are somebody who's like, yeah, I do neglect my emotions at times. But you're healing this in July. I want to say you're going to be more selfish in July. And I think this is a really good thing. Because clearly, for you to go through this level of healing, having to be more selfish, having to, you know, take the blindfold off and not neglect your emotions, not let things slide in relationships, you must be somebody who has gone through life living for other people and not living for yourself. In July, you're no longer going to neglect your emotions for another person. You're going to be living on your own terms. Now with August, I really felt like some of you have a birthday in August. August or September, I'm feeling for this group. August or September birthday. And if that doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't mean this reading isn't for you. It's just some of you may resonate with that. It could even be your person's birthday, August or September. Okay, Chariot and the Four of Pentacles. Again, it's more of that self-love, that self-care, living on your terms. Four of Pentacles does talk about self-care, actually investing in your own body. You may even go on some kind of like health kick when it comes to August. You may decide to like take yourself to a spa, take yourself to a health retreat. I also want to say, if it is your birthday in August, you're going to be really treating yourself. Again, like I want to say, even taking yourself away with friends, or your person actually taking you away and treating you for your birthday in August, okay? Really pouring value into you in August. And again with the Chariot, it is a balancing here, because you can see the two Sphinxes. You've got a black one, you've got a white one. And it's called the Chariot, not the Charioteer, okay? So the Chariot pulls the person. And if you aren't well balanced in light and the dark, if you don't know whether you go left or right, the Chariot is going to pull you all over the place. And I want to say it's just a bit more balancing for you in August when it comes to what you keep for yourself and what you give to others. September. And I think the thing that may actually be triggering all of this self-work within you is the fact that potentially, as I said, there's either a marriage or a proposal on the cards for you in 2023, or some kind of commitment, like big commitment, like moving in, babies, you know, things like that. And it has made you have to kind of go to the drawing board and be like, right, if I'm going to commit, like I need to not lose myself in this. You know, it's like this big commitment that's put fear in you to make you have to look within and go, okay, right, you know, if I continue to unfairly treat myself in relationships and be selfless in relationships, this is just going to end up in divorce or a selling of a house or a splitting up of a family. Okay, and I think this is why there's like a lot of focus on self-work for you in 2023 here. September, please, in love, for our palm number twos. September in love. It was in reverse. Six of Cups. in reverse. Need more for this. Three of Pentacles. Death. Wow. I want to say Six of Cups in reverse. I want to say it's you going back to your childhood. Realising the toxic, I don't want to be too mean with this, because obviously no childhood is ever perfect. No parent is ever going to get it 100% right, but I really want to say in September, you're going to be going back into your childhood, maybe even spending time with family and siblings, and realising some like toxic behaviours in the relationships that were surrounding you when you were growing up. I intuitively want to say that you may go back to your parents' home for whatever reason in September, because there may be another birthday, or it may be your birthday, okay, if you did resonate with the August or the September birthday, but you go home and you notice that, and I really want to say the mother here, but it could easily be a father, okay, a very involved father who's involved in emotions and stuff, but I want to say your mother or a sibling, very feminine energy here, has their own perceptions on your relationship. And you're going to realise, my mom, my sibling, whoever this feminine energy is that's around your childhood, they've always had opinions on your relationship or your relationships, and you've listened to them in the past. And in September, at this moment, you're going to realise their perception of my relationship is so wrong. They're always so negative about my relationships. And I want to specifically say they're quite negative around the masculine energy. Now, you could be in a same-sex partnership, but you're the feminine and they're the masculine, you see? And they're always very negative around the masculines. And it could have been because, you know, maybe someone in your family was very misogynistic, maybe their father was very misogynistic, or their brother or anyone in their life was very misogynistic, but they just seem to have no faith in love. This is what I'm feeling, and you're going to notice this in September. And it's going to be such a release for you to be able to release this burden, to realise, oh, I've not felt comfortable in relationships in the past. I've not felt comfortable giving my love because my mother, for example, has never felt comfortable giving her love to her partnerships. And you kind of see where the root of the problem was. And it helps you extract that. And it brings you some kind of freedom in September. Okay, oh, we've already moved into October by the looks of it. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, okay, I didn't realise the devil was going to be there, but it's not bad. It's not bad. The devil's not all bad, okay? The devil is taking control in the positive sense. In the negative sense, it's things like toxic behaviours taking control of you. But in the positive sense, it's Capricorn energy. It's the Capricorn major. And Capricorns have structure and they take control. It's power. And what the devil really is, it's having the power but not abusing that power. And that's why Capricorn energy is one of those energies where you have to jump hoops if you have major Capricorn energy in your chart. I've got a Capricorn mega stellium. Half my chart is Capricorn. And power does not come easy for a Capricorn, because when you reach that level of power and you reach that recognition, that power, by God, you need to be humble enough not to abuse that. And that's what this is. It's you taking full control of your life. You now know your mind. You now see the toxic patterns clearly. And what it does, it finally allows you to invest into your deepest wishes. You finally invest to make your wishes come true, because now you know what your wishes are, because you fully know yourself. And this only boosts your relationships, including your love relationship. Now, what month was that, guys? October, wasn't it? November. What's going on in love for pile number 2 in November? In Nov. What's going on in Nov for pile number 2? 9 of Cups again, you find that you gain that wish fulfillment. In October, you're like, right, I know what I want, I'm going to work towards what I want, and in November, you get that wish. That wish comes true. just more of you working towards those wishes and getting those wishes manifesting into reality. December, sorry, loose hands. It's my loose hands. Oh my goodness. December, please, Spirit. Oh, hello. 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. We had the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Cups earlier in this reading. I can see now. I can see it! Earlier in the reading, these were the other way around, okay? Earlier in the reading, this was you walking away and zooming off into the distance because maybe you had some kind of cold feet earlier in the year. This came up when I was telling you that you may be going overseas, you being a little bit more selfish, which is a-okay, it's really good in this case. But now it's making me think that early in the year you were gaining you were getting a bit of cold feet around this relationship. Because you hadn't yet realised that toxic injection or that toxic belief from your childhood at that point. And now it's the other way around. You're zooming, doesn't even make sense. You're moving very fast into walking away from the beliefs of your family, from where those toxic beliefs came from. Because the thing with the 8 of Cups is, this is someone walking away from 8 cups. Like, 8 cups is a lot of cups. This is someone bravely walking away from something that they were once very happy in and invested in. And I want to say in December, you can go to your parents' house for Christmas, or your brother's or your sister's house for Christmas, or whoever this person was for you that installed that toxic belief within you. You can go to their house for Christmas very comfortably and just say, no, it's not the way I do my relationships, it's not my belief system. You won't be triggered, you don't have to take on any of their own toxicity. You can happily go to these places and say, look, I love you and I respect your views. It's just not the way I view my life, it's not just the way I live my life. Okay. Okay, so the blessings in love coming for you. Some little extra blessings. What's this? Gift. I had this for pile number 1, a gift. I think this is this person. It's this person coming into your life, a gift. And it's, as I said for pile number 1, I'm going to say the same thing for you. This person could actually, I think this person's actually going to generously gift you, but I think they're also going to gift you with like knowledge. They're going to gift you with that self-belief here. 2023 is going to be full of surprises as well. I want to say here with the gift. Your person's going to surprise you. There you go, I said 2023 is going to be full of surprises, and you pulled Pluto transformation. There's going to be so much transformation for you in 2023, which is naturally going to make your love life transform. And I really feel it ascending higher. Parts of you are going to die off in 2023. You're not going to be taking certain parts of you into 2024. Moving forward, I said parts of you are going to die off, and you're not going to be taking certain parts of you into 2024. Mars, moving forward. It's exactly what you're doing. And defending yourself, which is what I said for you in December. You're going to be defending yourself around these people or whatever it was that influenced you to think toxically about love and relationships. You know, you're going to say, look, I appreciate your view. It's not me. It's not the way I want to live my life. You know, it's not the way that I deal with my own love life. And 3rd house, early learning, childhood relations, what was I saying? Whatever this toxic belief is in love that you have, it comes from your early childhood. You're going to be releasing the thing that holds you back in love in 2023. And moving forward into healthier, deeper bonds, because Pluto as well is deep. It's the soil. Deep underground. Pluto is the god of the underworld as well. You know, they're great, but it's underworld, it's deep. Deep under the earth. And that's how you're going to love from now on, deeply. from the roots. And you all know, like a tree with very strong roots, it can't be shaken. No amount of wind is going to knock that tree down if those roots are really sturdy and deep in the ground. And that's what this love is going to be. That's what this love is going to be like in 2023 for you. By the end of 2023, those roots are so deep and your love is so sturdy, and it could well be for life. Pile number 2, that is your reading. I really hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If you liked it, please drop me a like. If you feel comfortable to do so, comment down below. Subscribe if you do like content like this, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I post a brand new pick a card reading. I really did run my mouth then, didn't I? It was a bit much. And guys, you know, if you do want to subscribe, please subscribe, because I want to see more of you, but also it helps the channel grow. It helps me have the freedom to bring these pick a card readings your way. So pretty please subscribe if you do like these videos. It would mean so much to me. And pile number 2, have a very happy 2023, happy new year, and I love you and appreciate you so much. See you later. Hello there, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's have a little look into your love life in 2023. And to begin with, I want to take a look into your love life in 2022. Because 1, this will give me an indication as to what's going to be different for you in 2023, but also this section of the reading will determine whether this is your pile, okay? If this is not your pile, I would suggest go and check out one of the other piles, because one of the other piles may be yours, okay? And if none of the piles are yours, I do apologise that this reading just may not be resonating with you today, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we're all good and we can gain you some insights into your love life throughout 2023. So, for 2022, we have karmic cycles and triggers. Did you meet a lot of people, or some people in 2022, who just triggered you? Like, triggered old wounds within you. You'd date these people and they'd just be like the same kind of people, and all of them triggering like your deepest wounds. I get this because I think I had this in maybe in 2018. And every single person who entered my life triggered my self-esteem wound. The wound where I don't think I'm good enough, or I don't think I'm attractive enough. And then I ended up getting with one of them. And they really triggered that wound, but that was my own fault. But I want to say it's something similar here, where 2022 has been a year where the same kind of people have came into your life and triggered the same damn wound. And this has a lot to do with... So I'm trying to work out whether this... For some of you, this could be a person who you allowed into your life in 2022, a relationship, and they triggered you greatly and kind of created like an open wound for you. Maybe even some form of codependency, I want to say here. Because before I started this reading, before I clicked record, I really did hear, like, I heard a voice saying, I'm so codependent, and who cares? And in all honesty, like, codependency in its healthy form is normal, is acceptable, but in its toxic form, it's dangerous, because codependency with the right person is healthy. That's why we get in relationships, to be codependent, so that if one of us falls, the other one takes the weight. So that we can merge everything, merge souls, even though our souls are our own individual souls, but you can merge souls from time to time, you know, I merge souls when I'm getting intimate with somebody, but you can merge money, you can merge assets, you can merge your own understandings and knowledge of life to create a better and larger understanding of life, so that you can do things together, so you don't have to do everything on your own all of the time. That is healthy codependency, and there's nothing wrong with that. If codependency was bad, we would not get in relationships. But then codependency with a toxic person, someone who's no good for you, someone who constantly triggers you, is clearly negative for obvious reasons, because you're hanging on to something that's hurting you. So I want to say, for some of you, you had some codependency issues in 2022. where this person wounded you, but they wounded you to the point where you felt like so like weak, I want to say, or debilitated, where it's just like, please just stay. Like, and we've all been there. And if this wasn't a relationship, this could be people who just constantly opened up this wound again and again. And it's because 2022 for you was an opportunity to finally close those childhood wounds. I want to say, one of you may have had a Leo parent, one of you, some of you may have had a Leo parent, either the mother or the father, but you may feel like 2022 was a year of pure pain, anxiety, but it was your opportunity to heal, to move forward without carrying this childhood wound any longer. Page of Swords. Being triggered to the point where your mind isn't off the wound. When you cannot take your mind off the wound, you cannot make any other choice but to heal that wound. Six of Swords, choosing to move away from this wound, choosing to move to calmer waters, choosing to accept that every single person that entered your life in 2022 was there to trigger the wound so that you could heal it. Not taking it personally. And after doing that in 2022, you decided to protect yourself, to retreat, to rest, to gain, to regain a better view of your life from there forward without carrying that wound. And by the end of 22, you're more balanced, you're healed. You're in a place where you actually feel peace. Now, if you're watching this thinking, no, I still feel really agitated, I still feel like I'm going through this wounding, peace is coming very soon. You will not be feeling the same energy in 2022 as you will be in 2023. Spirit just won't allow it. And if you're watching this and you're still meeting these people who are triggering these wounds, it is an indication for you to look deep. And where you're going to find these wounds is your childhood. It's in your childhood, it's in your ancestry. I even want to say, this is something that has moved through your ancestral line. For instance, if it's a way that your parent treated you, their parents treated them like that, and then their parents treated them like that, and it went down the ancestral line, and you're here to cut that cord. You're here to shine a light on that wound and choose to not take that direction. I do want to say there's like a little bit of emphasis around culture here, cultural norms. Maybe this wounding comes from your culture, from the way that parents treat their children in this culture. That's coming up here too. I really want to say with this part for 2022, like, it's not your burden to bear. You're not to take it personally. So that may resonate to you. Whoops, daisy. Okay, so that's 2022 for you. Let's have a look and see what's going to be different in 2023. Deep healing, self-nurturing. And that's perfect, that's beautiful, and that's exactly what we want here. You may even create a deeper bond with a mother, or gain some kind of understanding from a mother. Understand a mother's psychology. Okay? Maybe you do have somebody in the family who, what's the best way to say this without being offensive? And bear in mind, it'll be different for everybody, but who may have some kind of psychological issue, I want to say. Okay. But you're going to heal that in 2023. It's going to be a process, but you're going to heal that. Now, really positive in 2023. A new start is coming. A brand new start. Happy days. We've got two new moon cards here, which show that 2023 is a brand new blank slate for you to build upon. You can get whatever you want in 2023. You can get whatever love you want in 2023. I do want to say you're single here. And if you're not single, I do want to say you may be in a relationship where you don't know whether this is going to move forward. A relationship where a lot is in the dark, okay? Because you do have the opportunity for a brand new beginning here. And what's interesting, new moon in Capricorn, we are literally having a new moon in Capricorn the day that I release this video. So it's a fantastic time to manifest what you want for 2023 now. I feel like you've literally demolished your old structure in 2022, and now you are building your new structure in 2023, and it's your choice how you want to build that structure. Make sure those foundations are deep, because you want this one to last. But it's so exciting. I'm believing the impossible. The blue moon here is literally spirit saying, look, like, shoot for the stars when it comes to this new beginning in 2023. Anything can be yours as long as you believe it's possible. Let's pull some cards to gain some further insight. The Emperor, taking control of your own destiny, your own life, being your own discipline structure, that makes sense, doesn't it? And also being very focused on yourself. The Emperor rules Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, also representing new beginnings. Only investing into things that profit you as well in 2023, and that includes people. You're not going to waste your time with anyone who burdens you. You're not going to waste your time kind of, I really do strongly feel like a parent in your energy where you've had to either be the parent or you've had to kind of give them leeway when it comes to their bad behaviour. And I think in relationships you may have done the same kind of thing where people have been badly behaved and you've naturally been able to give them that leeway when really all it's done is burdened you. The difference on 2022 and 2023 is 2023 is going to be on your terms. Everything's going to be on your terms. And as soon as somebody puts the pressure on you, like negative pressure shows you negative toxic traits or red flags, you're out of there in the Chariot. You're balancing your life so that you never need to stay in a situation that doesn't serve you. It's independence here. And this is really going to attract somebody very prosperous into your life and abundant, because you're building your abundance now. You're building your independence. You're never going to settle ever again because you don't need to, because you're doing the work. And you're going to meet someone who also doesn't need to settle. So you know that the person that you meet, they want to be with you 100 because they can leave if they want to leave. And that's beautiful. No codependency in 2023 because you both have the freedom to leave. Because you can both survive without each other. And because you know that you both have the freedom. You know that if you're both in the same vicinity, it means that you both want to be there. This is the beginning of healthy codependence now. It's really positive. I love that so much. Okay. Let's go into your 12-month forecast. Starting with January. So what is January looking like for pile number 3 in love, please? Okay, interesting. The Hangman in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, Hangman in the reverse. The energy I'm getting from this, because the Hangman upright is waiting, pausing to see different perspective. Hangman in reverse is, I want to say, waiting when Spirit actually wants you to move and wants you to go for something. With the Lovers in reverse, I want to say here it's a reluctancy to meet new people. It's a reluctancy to make the choice, or make our choice around love here. Which makes me think that there is somebody in your vicinity. Maybe a DM, maybe you've got like an old flame trying to get in touch with you and you're putting it off because you're so busy working on your own independence. So in January, I see you avoiding love, even though you're getting offers. And I think in January, Spirit is going to be like, for God's sake, you've got some good offers here, go for it. Or if you're not getting offers in, Spirit is saying, go out, mingle, have some fun. But you are going to be reluctant in January. You're ready, but you're questioning whether you're ready in January for love. So a bit of a quiet one. Still working on your own independence in January. But I want to say for a lot of you, there will be offers coming in and decent ones. So let's see where this goes in February, please, Spirit. Pile number 3 in love, February. Ten of Cups. How does it go from avoiding love straight to the Ten of Cups? I need another one to clarify this. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. I feel in February, I actually want to say with this pile, you may already have a kid or kids, but I want to say this is more of enjoying your own company, enjoying your own energy, enjoying your own independence, being very fruitful on your own, realizing that ultimate emotional satisfaction doesn't exist outside of you, it exists within you. I do still think in February you're getting offers. And again, I want to say I can still feel the energy of the person in January, in February. I think this may be pertaining to February, so I'm going to take a look. Yes. You're still gaining the same offer from the person in January and February. But it's bringing you anxiety because you're really scared to lose the self-satisfaction you currently have, the beauty of the life that you've built on your own. And yes, you're enjoying your independence, and yes, you're relying on yourself and you're happy alone, but it's anxiety under all of that. You're not moving forward because you're anxious that you're going to lose it. Okay, March. What happens in March, please? And you're not going to lose it with the right person. The right person is never going to take that away from you. March, the Hermit, and Death. Oh, here we go, yes. Guys, in March, you're going to get a little bit bored. You're going to get a little bit bored of your Hermit phase. And you're going to be like, do you know what, every single pile in March, it's been a very deep energy. More of like a darker energy, and dark energy is just going deep to see the unseen. And we all get scared to see the unseen because we're not seeing it for a reason, or we're avoiding it for a reason because we don't want to see it, but sometimes we've got to see it all, haven't we? We've got to see it all to be the best version of ourselves. And in March, every single pile seems to be going very deep. And with you, in March, I think you've reached that level of depth where you're like, I do want somebody. I do want someone. And at the same time, I think you've reached the point in this independent phase in your life where it's like, okay, I've fulfilled everything I want to fulfill on my own now. I've read all the books I wanted to read. I've got a little bit sick of this podcast that I've literally been, maybe you've been codependent with a podcast. I'm codependent to podcasts, one in particular. They've taken 2 weeks off for Christmas, the podcasters that I listen to, and I'm in a state. I'm codependent. But in March, you reach that point where you're like, I'm really sick of being on my own. I'm sick of it. And you end the long Hermit phase there with the Death card. and you're saying to yourself, right, in April, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out. So let's see whether you go out in April. Let's have a little look at April. Please, Spirit, give us some insight into April. Pile number 3. Right, one in particular came out, but my loose hands dropped everything. Yes, 8 of Wands. In April, you start moving in a forward direction pretty quickly, and I want to see what you start moving towards here in April. You start getting passion to meet another person again, those passionate feelings. I even want to say like your SEX drive kind of ramps up. Yes, there we go. You want to move quickly towards a passionate lover who's got stability. Perfect. I don't know why when I looked at the Knight of Wands, I wanted to say good time Charlie for some reason. Maybe you like a good time Charlie. I don't even know what that means. Spirit just said good time Charlie. But a good time Charlie, someone who's got like those good time Charlie characteristics, but has like the stability and security with it. Okay. Okay, April. You get back out there. You start looking for passionate connections in April. Okay, this one is May. 10 of Cups. Again, you find it. You find it. Okay, I want to pull out the bowls for this as well. I want to see who you find your 10 of Cups with in May. With this card, I'm really looking at the city and the house. So I don't know whether in May you actually have a realisation that you want to move out of a flat, for instance, in the city, or move out of a home in the city, and you want to have like a quieter life, and that's something that kind of hits you in May, and you're like, oh, actually, I do want to settle down in a house, maybe a little bit more outside of the city. Right, drop the card, don't look at my face. Okay. 2 of Swords. Okay. 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords. And I do think we are still looking at the city and the home and the countryside here on the card. I think you're realising that you want to settle down again, but I think you're still avoiding love here. Again, I don't think you ever ceased to gain attention. I think you've got choices, you just don't seem to be making them yet in 2023 here in May. I need another card for this. It's like your 10 of Cups is there, but you're trying to avoid it for some reason. I really want to say this 10 of Cups here in May is a person, and I want to pull from the bowls in a minute to gain a bit more clarity on that, because I'm feeling a person. Again, look, Queen of Wands is you, and the 4 of Swords, you're just not willing to give up that independence yet in May. But there is somebody here with the 10 of Cups, and you're not making the decision to choose the 10 of Cups or choose yourself and your independence. And I really think this 10 of Cups person is somebody who has been in your vicinity since January. I feel it so deeply. Can I get a clarifier for the 10 of Cups? Who is this 10 of Cups? Who is this 10 of Cups, please? In May. The Emperor. Your perfect person. The Emperor. You have somebody trying to nuzzle their way into your vicinity in May, and you're still not making the decision to choose them or choose your independence here. Let's pull a few things from the bowl for this person in May. Okay, I want to get some physical characteristics, see whether you can pinpoint this person. Hadouken, okay, Hadouken is a moving street fighter, old school street fighter, where one of the characters creates a ball of energy in their hands and boom, it's like they fire it at someone, okay, it's just a ball of energy. And I think this is the thing about this person, like you feel their energy. They're thinking about you a lot, they're probably somewhat obsessing over you, but in a positive way, and no matter what, you can't seem to ignore their energy. It's like you're trying to ignore it, but you know there's something there, and they know there's something there, because that is why they keep on pursuing you. But there's a very strong energy between you and this person. Exciting and adventurous around this person. See if I get any physical characteristics here. Eyes. Very prominent eyes. I actually felt like maybe you like their eyes, but you've said something about their eyes, like I don't trust those eyes. Maybe. What's interesting is in the Two of Swords, the eyes are covered. Yeah. Okay. Let's put one of these. I have someone else. Maybe this person is involved with somebody, so you can't make the decision to be with them. And as I said, this Emperor here is somebody who's been in your life since the beginning of the year. But they're with someone else. Let's pull another one because I think there could be two scenarios with this one. I feel like I have someone else, isn't for everybody. It was love at first sight. 11-11. Right, so we've got prominent eyes with this Emperor in May. There's an energy between you both. They're exciting and adventurous, or at least they excite you a little bit. They have someone else, but it was love at first sight. And now I'm starting to think that this lack of decision that you're making here is because you're waiting for this person to release their ex. Okay. Let's see whether this Emperor comes out again. So in May, that is what's going on. I hope that makes sense for somebody. May. June. King of Swords for June. Guys. Right, these two came out again, the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Good on Charlie, with structure. Being your wish fulfillment here. And I think what happens in June with you guys is you're the King of Swords here, and you very sternly express what you're looking for in a partner. And I even think you're going to actually express this to this Emperor who came out in May. Say, look, I've got passion for you, but I need somebody stable. You know, my wish is this person who's got, like, I've got that passionate connection with, person who is exciting, adventurous, person who does have that, like, fire energy, that Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, but they need to have that stability as well. I need to be able to trust in this person. I need to be able to invest in this person. And I think you're going to communicate this very strongly in June. And you've got your sword then. You're ready to cut out anybody who does not match exactly what you want. Okay, let's see what happens in July. What's going on in love for pile number 3 in July, please? Sorry, this is my loose hands. It's my fault today. I'm still recovering from the flu, so I'm like a little bit docile. It's very weird, but it's actually really nice to read when you're docile. It's nice to read when you're tired, because your conscious mind isn't as involved. Like your conscious is like on standby, and it allows the messages to come through more freely. It just means I've got loose hands when I shuffle and I drop my cards more frequently. July, please, for pile number 3 in love. The Sun and the 10 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. And this tells me, in July, you meet somebody who you think, hey, this is someone I can invest in. This is my person. Who is this person, Spirit? Can we have an indication who this person is? Because I feel like with you, you've got an Emperor in your vicinity and you've got a King of Pentacles in your vicinity. I want to find out which one it is. You've let go of something in July. You've made the conscious decision with the Ace of Swords to demolish whatever, and I think this is the Emperor, to get rid of whatever's been making you feel like this in love. See, she's wearing on a t-shirt, I'm over it. In July, you let go of the unavailable person. And this little cup here, which I look at as the Ace of Cups, comes in a brand new love opportunity. And that brand new love opportunity is this Sun with the Ten of Pentacles, something that you can invest your soul into in July. Okay, let's see how this progresses into August, please. Now, when I looked at the clock on the camera, it said 911, which makes me think that this is going to alarm you, this new person coming in. It's going to be like an emergency. They're stealing my heart. It's an emergency. Okay. August. The Lovers upright and Justice in reverse. I really want to say with this is a fated lover that comes into your life. But a lover that doesn't bring like gnarly past karma. Because a lot of fated lovers, for instance, twin flames, is a difficult cycle with twin flames. You know that there's lessons to be learned, and you know that as soon as you've learned one lesson, you're on to the next lesson, on to the next. It's exhausting. And with soulmates, there's usually some kind of karma that needs to be cleared out. But I want to say with this one, of course there's going to be karma. Because that's life. And when something's fated, it comes in for a reason. But I want to say, the karma isn't going to be heavy with this person. And I think you're going to feel it very quickly. I also want to say this person isn't going to trigger those childhood wounds with Justice in reverse. They're not brought in to push you into healing. They're brought in for different reasons. And I want to say they've been brought in to make you stop for some reason in August. To allow you to rest and observe your life. I'm going to leave that one there. August. This person who comes into your life may be quite wealthy. Maybe very generous with their time and their energy. And they just allow you to sit back and rest. And I want to say, actually, it does make a lot of sense because there's so much independent energy in this reading. In early 2023, you're avoiding love because you're heavy in your independent energy and very heavy in the masculine energy for that reason. And this person comes in August and they allow you to relax a bit more. And that's beautiful, and that's exactly what you deserve for all the hard work that you've done. Okay, September. What's going on for pile number 3 in September, please? Whoa. Okay. September, pile number 3, the Empress. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Venusian energy. I feel like you're being treated in September. You're really being loved on. I even see things like massages, having couples massages or being gifted massages. Libra season as well. So I don't know whether you've got Libra, heavy Libra in your chart. And then the 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Page of Swords also popped out. I actually think this is a representation of how your independence went into overdrive. And it actually turned against yourself, and you actually started neglecting yourself by not allowing somebody to treat you like the Empress that you are. And I think you're going to realise this in September. You're going to realise why you want to love, why you want to be in a relationship, the benefits of being in a partnership with somebody again. Starting to feel safe to sit in that healthy codependence again. Just wanted to come out at the bottom of the deck. And allowing somebody to give to you with the Six of Cups. Actually allowing yourself to receive love and kindness. Okay, October please, for pile number 3. Wow. In October, you commit to somebody again with the Hierophant and the Strength here. You tame that independent beast within. And you allow yourself to commit to someone again. In October, you're going to be in a brand new relationship. November, please, for pile number 3. November for pile number 3, please. Whoa. Page of Swords came out. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the World. A conscious decision to put work into the investment of something that is going to become your world. In November, you're in it again. You're in a relationship, you're working on it. And I think you're actually going to be investing into something together. It could be a business endeavour, it could be a property, it could even be like a fund of some kind, like an ISA to buy a deposit for a home. It could be investing into overseas travel, you know, it could be a holiday in November, guys. But in November there's going to be monetary investment into something. Really strongly sensing you're going to be going on holiday with this person in November. Okay. But it could be a joint venture, it could be a business, it could be an ISA for a deposit for a home. And December please for pile number 3, in love for 2023. What's going on in December for pile number 3 in 2023? Seven of Swords has came out with every single pile today, every single pile. A flipping heck, what's going on in December? Every single pile, I swear to God, every single pile in December, I've literally said, I'm sure it's December, I've said, what in the hell is going on in December? Seven of Swords, the Devil, Five of Swords. The Devil isn't a negative card. The negative connotation of the Devil is being controlled by your urges, by your addictions. That can be, you know, narcotics and stuff like that. It could be sex. Okay, but the positive side of the Devil, because it's the Capricorn card, is taking control of your life, not allowing somebody to control you, not being codependent on another person. Reaching that level of achievement without the toxicity, without the ego connected to it. I want to say here in December, somebody may enter the relationship. It could be the Emperor from earlier in the year. It could be a parent. It could be a friend. They may be against this relationship for some reason. They may want your person, they may want you. And I think in December you're going to be faced with the fact that you have built a relationship with somebody that is so strong and desirable that it is wanted by other people, or it is being watched by other people. People are interested because you've built something good. There's jealousy involved when it comes to your relationship. And I think in December you're going to realise this. You may realise that there's particular friends that you may need to get rid of because of their jealousy. Believe me, we've all had it. We've all had it. Maybe one of your friends wants a little bit of what you've got because this person that's came into your life has been good to you and you've been good to them and you've built something great together. It may be a family member then you might have to say, whoa, come on, back off now. Because I think this happens in December, because in November, that is when you make that investment into the relationship, and people are like, whoa, this is serious now. So I think there may be a little bit of rockiness in December, and I don't think it's going to be between you and your person. I think it's going to be other people having something to say about it. Yes, Knight of Swords in the bottom of the deck. Other people having rash things to say about your partnership with this person. But with the Five of Swords, my vocabulary, my lips are just as loose as my hands are holding the cards today. But with the Five of Swords here, you're going to have the last laugh, you're going to win the battle. Okay, the other people will have no choice but to surrender their swords to you. You will be safe, you will be victorious in December, but you may find that some people are a little bit jealous. And as I said, it could even be this Emperor from the beginning of the year who comes in and says, look, I want you. I'm not with that person anymore, I want you. This person's no good for you. Okay, it can work on either side. It could be on your side, it could be on your partner's side, alright? But you're going to be victorious. So there's nothing to worry about here at all in December. Okay. Not everything is candy, floss and roses. I don't know the phrases. But it's going to be a really strong indication of how solid your relationship is. I want to go into January of 2024 actually. January of 2024 quickly for pile number 3, please. The Emperor. It's going to show you how solid this relationship is. How dedicated and focused you are on each other. And you're going to realise that in January, after December's kind of little drama has subsided. Okay, let's have a look and see what extra blessings are coming to you in love in 2023. Okay. To be or not to be. The theatre symbol. Do you see that? The happy man on one side and the sad man on the other. That's 2 people. That's the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Your blessing is being able to choose the right person, and I even want to say stick it to the other person, because there's hearts down here as well on this chart. Look, this is to do with love. I want to say getting that last laugh to that Emperor. And you may know who the Emperor is already, but as I said, with that Emperor energy, I could feel them in your vicinity all year. I could feel them in your vicinity in January. So they could well be in your vicinity now, but that person who was unavailable, that person who was triggering you, you get the last laugh, and that's one of your blessings in 2023. Let's see what else we've got. What else do we have? Chiron and the 4th house. Chiron is the wounded healer. The 4th house is exactly what I was picking up on with the childhood wounds. 4th house, cultural and family roots, and I did say in this reading, it could be something cultural that may have caused a wound in your childhood. But you're finally healing that childhood wound in 2023, and that's your blessing. It means that in your future you can create a home of peace and comfort. Relationships that are peaceful and comforting. Even friendships that are peaceful and comforting. It's a brand new, more harmonious beginning for you. 2023 is going to end with you probably investing into your own home with a healthy person. Someone who also showed you that family aren't the be-all and end-all. You're probably going to be looking forward at the end of 2023, thinking, hey, look, I'm going to create my own family now, and I'm going to do this right, and that's really beautiful. Okay, part number 3, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it resonated and helped in some way, and if it did, I'd love you to drop me a like, comment down below as well, if you want to share your story, just want to say hey, or just say which pile you claimed. If you do like content like this, I really politely ask you to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well to know whenever I do post a brand new pick a card reading. Normally I do it weekly, okay? Normally it's a weekly card reading, so you will always have one once a week. And yes, good luck in pile number, but good luck in 2023 pile number 3. Got confused there. Have a fabulous year. It's a year of healing for you. It's going to be beautiful. And I love you so much, and take care of yourselves, and I shall see you in your next reading. Goodbye.